Welcome again to our journey through America's Civil War and Reconstruction period. I trust the reading is going well, and I certainly hope that you're finding the class materials interesting and energizing, and that you're beginning to get into the spirit of the period in the class. In this class, we're going to start focusing on the politics of expansion, which really deals with two interrelated developments and topics. First, we're going to talk about the political system of the United States in the mid-19th century. And I think here is another good chance for you to not make the cardinal error of being present-minded. Try to judge the political system and the issues of the period in the light of the time. But it's not a bad idea to draw some parallels in your own mind and your own study habits. How much are politicians different now than they were then? Now, one thing is certain. It seems to me that the political system of the Civil War period had a certain vitality to it, a certain innocence to it. I think people in those periods of time, that period of time, were not cynical about politicians as much as we are. The system was still fairly new, and it was fairly familiar to most people. We're going to look, however, at a theme, an issue of westward expansion, which is going to begin to put some strain on the political system and cause the political system to turn and to dart and to move in some uncomfortable ways. So in this class, political system, the mid-19th century, and the issue of expansion into the West. In the last class, we spent considerable time talking about the twin and interrelated issues of slavery in the Old South and the anti-slavery movement. We discovered, I think, the parameters of slavery and its influence and relationship to the very heart of the Southern society, to its economy, to its self-image, to its racial structure, and to the political structure of the Old South. And we also looked at those who were opposed, morally opposed to the institution of slavery, who saw slavery as a great moral blot on America. We saw at the end the spasm of fear, the concern that the Nat Turner Rebellion of 1831 caused, and it helped to cause Southerners to defend slavery in a most vociferous, often positive way. Slavery is not a necessary evil, it's a positive good. It's good for everybody involved in it. We covered a lot of material in the last class quite quickly. Let me pause here. Are there any questions? If you do have a question, stick your hand up. Anything that's not clear from the last class or from your reading, this would be the time to get them out. Okay? Hearing none, let's take a moment of relaxation to listen to some of the sounds of the period and to look at some of the sights of the period, which I think will help get us, I know will get us into the feeling for the topics of this class.